Hello, today I'm going to show you a couple of updates that you can make to your Surface in order to improve performance and troubleshoot some issues that you may be having. So the first update that I'm going to show you should be performed monthly, or if you notice a decline in performance. And that's updating the modern BIOS and drivers. So in order to do that, we're going to take our mouse and move down here to the Start menu. You're going to go ahead and click on that Start menu, and then the whole menu will come up, and you're going to head over to the Software Center. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Software Center. Going to give it a moment to come up, and then once I've done that, I can go over to where it says Modern BIOS and Drivers. If I don't see it right here, I can search for it up here by just typing in BIOS. And it is the only thing that will come up. And I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And there will be a black button here. It may say install or reinstall. Either way, go ahead and click on that button. And you see I accidentally clicked it a little bit too much, and it said that it could not be canceled because that's the automatic button that pops up. And you should see something like this that says installing, and then some more pop-up menus will appear showing you the progress for the installation. While this is installing, please do not shut down your computer. It should be plugged in to make sure that you don't lose power. And you're just going to go ahead and let it do its thing. This process can take a while, so I'm going ahead and pause this video, and we will come back when it is ready for the next stage. Okay, so we're back, so you can see that it has finished, and now it's prompting me to restart my machine. So after you do install the modern BIOS and drivers, it will prompt you to restart, and if you don't press restart now, it will automatically restart the machine. There's no way to prevent it from restarting, so just be aware that that's going to happen when you are doing this update. So we're going to go ahead and let it restart. Okay. And while that machine is restarting, I will let you know that the restart can take a while, and it is something that should not be interrupted. So even though it takes a while for that machine to come back up, please don't try and do like a hard reset by pressing the power button or anything like that, because that will disrupt the process and could potentially damage the machine. So just give it some time. This is not an update that you would want to do, you know, right before you start teaching or something like that. So probably something you would want to save for the end of the day when you're not going to be needing your machine for a little while. Okay, so now we're back and I can show you the next update. So for that, we're going to go right back here, right down to the Start menu. I'm going to press on the Start menu. Oops. And we are actually going to type in here just the word updates. And I'm going to click on where it says check for updates, and this will come up and it will say Windows Update at the top. Now here's where things get a little complicated. It says here that I'm all up to date, right? But I'm not going to trust this information. I'm going to go ahead down here to where it says check online for updates from Microsoft Update. Ignore this button. just go right down here and go ahead and click on that. And it's going to go ahead and start searching for updates. Now, while it's doing that, I'm going to draw your attention to some other things. Some people have been complaining about the machine just randomly shutting down or seemingly randomly shutting down to install updates while they're teaching. You can change your active hours here. So this would be when the machine is not going to shut down for updates unless it's impeding like the use of the machine at all. So if you want to make your active hours, mine are from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. so the machine's not going to update during those times. You can also check and see when the machine was last updated by checking on View Update History. And if you want, you can pause updates for up to 7 days. I don't really recommend doing this because, it will slow the performance of your machine in some ways if an important update is released and you do not get it. So checking for updates takes a while, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the video while it continues to check. Okay, great. So it went through the update cycle and now it says that I am all up to date. It may be that sometimes when you're doing this, it updates and then a little window will pop up saying that you need to do a restart of your machine in order for the updates to take effect. I would just go ahead and if that window pops up, restart right then and not wait to do it. You can put it off for a little while. It's not like the modern BIOS where it will force a restart on your machine. That's all there is to updating your machine and making sure that it is running with the most current drivers and the most current updates. If you have any questions, you can of course email me and Vivian, and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you so much.